In this section, we're going to look at how to use jQuery to retrieve content from the page. In fact, you could use jQuery to do almost nothing else more than this. This is one of jQuery's best features. This is something that you would usually use the DOM for in the past, and it's one of the things that jQuery makes much easier. We're going to start by looking at the selectors and filters feature of jQuery. jQuery's selectors and filters do essentially exactly what their name implies that they do. They select content from the document so that it can be manipulated using other functions, either jQuery functions or native built-in JavaScript functions. And you can think of jQuery selectors and filters as the query part of jQuery. Now, the way these work is that jQuery selectors will return an array of objects that match the selection criteria that you give them. And the filters will operate on a selector to further refine the results array that the selector returns. So essentially, you use a selector, and that will create an array of objects or elements that are in the document, and the filters will then further refine that. Now, it's important to note that this array that comes back is not a set of DOM elements. It's a collection of jQuery objects that are wrapped around the DOM elements, and these jQuery objects provide a large number of predefined functions and properties for further operating on the objects. Now, you can get access to the underlying DOM element for each one of these objects if you want to, but the whole purpose of doing this is that you're wrapping them in jQuery objects so that you have a whole bunch of convenience functions and high-level ways of operating on them without having to resort to the DOM in order to do that. So now that we understand what selectors and filters are, let's take a look at how to use some of the basic selectors and filters in jQuery.